What happens when you combine biking and hockey? The answer is bike polo, a sport invented by Irishman Richard J. McCready in 1891. Fast forward to today. The unofficial Bike Polo League of Toronto meets and plays 3 times a week, bringing out up to 25 players each time. Bike polo player Nick explains the history of bike polo in the city.
It's been going on for about 6 years. Started by just a bunch of messengers or ex-messengers in Toronto, but people go to races, like messenger races, all over North America, and they find out about the sport and they bring it back to their city and then start playing.
The league plays at Harry R. Gary Ice Rink during the day on Sunday, but normally meets after dark for the rest of the week. In hard court or urban bike polo, there are 3 members per team and the matches last until one team scores 5 points. There are only a few core rules of the game, and Glenn, one of the league's only organizers, explains.
The rules are very simple. On both sides of the court we have tap outs. Those are for when you're riding your bike in a game, that if your foot touches the ground, that you're out of play. Basically it's mallet on mallet, bicycle on bicycle, body on body.
To play bike polo, you need 2 essential items: a homemade mallet, which can be made from an old ski pole and ABS pipe, and a specialized bike.
It's set up as a freewheel, meaning that this is free to ride as I'm riding. I can float. Just a piece of corrugated board over top of a normal wheel. On the other side you can see that the spokes are still there, and it's just been zip tied onto the spokes. And what that does is, this is where I swing, so my mallet won't go into my wheel, damage my wheel, get me into an accident.
Because bike polo is a relatively unknown sport, bike stores in Toronto have yet to provide bike polo enthusiasts with proper brand name equipment.
Companies want to expand all the time, and polo's a new sport. I'm sure that in, let's say, less than 5 years from now, nobody's going to be making mallets anymore. Are you going to be buying them from big companies?
It can be intimidating on your first time out, which is why Beginner's Night is Wednesday night.
Tonight is Jacob's first night at the courts.
I met a friend the other day and he told me about it, and I thought I'd come check it out. I've seen them play a couple times and it looks really fun. A little worried about falling because I slip.
Eager to give it a try, I asked bike polo player Aaron to help me out. Learning how to ride freewheel with one hand was a challenge in itself, but once we added a mallet and a ball, things got difficult. Emily, who's only been playing for a year, has learned the toughest parts of bike polo.
Probably the coordination and the confidence. On a bike, you have to be pretty confident. Riding with one hand, no hands, turning really tightly, keeping your head up, and also you have a mallet in your hand, so you're kind of keeping the coordination between riding your bike in a really safe way.
Not only is bike polo friendly to beginners, it's also friendly to females, and the league encourages that more ladies come out and play.
We're trying to keep it like, come on girls, let's get in power, let's play polo. It's not just a guy sport. Unfortunately, it has that kind of underground beginnings, but it's totally male dominated.
So if you've got good balance and a great slap shot, come on down to Alexandra Park at Dundas and Bathurst and give it a try for yourself. I'm Alicia Hayashi for Ryerson Broadcast News.